Alright, this is regarding Chapter 3, Section 1 and Section 2. I'm actually looking at a question from Section 2, but we can use this data for Section 1 as well. So I'm going to open this in StatCrunch. And in Section 1, you're talking about measures of central tendency. And so we're talking about mean, median, mode, those things. All you need to do to calculate these is go to Stat, Summary Statistics, and we have a column of information. My column of information is in Pulse, so I'm going to click Compute, and it should give me everything that I need. It gives me my mean, my variance, my standard deviation, I have my median, my range, my minimum, my maximum, my Q1, Q3. Some of this information we'll be doing in other sections in this chapter, but it gives me a lot of good information. It even tells me how many values I have. I have 9 data values. So again, to find your mean, median, mean and median, this will do it. Also, you'll be able to find your range and standard deviation in here as well. So this is a nice way to find mean, median, standard deviation, variance for the first couple sections. Just click on your data, or click on Stat, Summary Stats, and it's a column of information, and it's in Pulse. Easy enough. Alright, so here we have a problem where we're trying to find the measure of central tendency and dispersion from group data. So this is from Section 3. The first thing I'm going to do is open my data in StatCrunch. You'll find that the formulas for these are quite cumbersome, and you're more than welcome to use the formulas, but also I want you to use technology. It's going to save you a lot of time. And what I want you to be able to do is understand what the mean of this data stands for, the standard deviation, what it stands for. So those are the things you need to focus on with the readings of the book and asking me questions, but the calculations shouldn't be that bad. So here's my data. This one is temperature in days. So I go to Stat, Summary Stats, and before we went to columns, this time we're going to say grouped bin data. So I have bin data, and this is where I want to get my information from, grouped bin data. So my bins are the temperature, and my counts are in days. We're going to leave this on the midpoints are defined by the average of the limits, so keep that there, and we're going to hit Compute. And again, up comes some nice information. I have my mean, I have my variance, my standard deviation, my median, my range. It gives me all these values. Predominantly what we need in this section is the mean, which for this one would be 70, or actually 80 if we were rounding to the 1 decimal place, and the variance and standard deviation. Normally standard deviation is what we're looking for, is an 8.1. So this is how you find mean and standard deviation from grouped or bin data.